What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the Samurai Radio Sports Network. And as much as I like to tell you guys that this channel is always Dolphins focused, which it is, it's Dolphin focused. Most of the content I post here is Miami Dolphins related. I like to also branch out my opinions on many other things, many other teams, and sports. As you see, I've been going really deep into German soccer, and now I'm going to try to also take my base back with the NBA to try to gather, more audience, obviously. But sticking to my roots with the Dolphins, because, that's my bread and butter, that's my heart and soul, it's my pride. But I wanted to talk about the NBA, and primarily when I was thinking about making this video, I was thinking about the concepts of this video. In my head, I kept thinking, man, the NBA is falling off. And then I just sat there and I looked at the past NBA championships, teams, big franchises, everything, dynasties along those lines, and I was trying to find ratings. I couldn't really find them. Maybe people can do better research than I can, and you can let me know down below in the comments. But I started to realize that the NBA that we're all not liking right now, that we all think is bad for the NBA, seeing the juggernauts go against each other as super teams and this and that, we've been having that for years. And I know I made a comment about this, and I take my comment back on that, because at the time, I was of the mindset, it's falling off. This is falling off. And the NBA is just going to a bad point. But no, I was wrong. The NBA isn't falling off. The NBA, if anything, is skyrocketing. As much as people would like to hate the Golden State Warriors, myself being a non-supporter of the Golden State Warriors, they are good, and they're good for the NBA. As much as we'd all like to not admit it, the Golden State Warriors are fairly good for the NBA. So are the Cleveland Cavaliers with LeBron James. Now, once LeBron leaves or they trade Kyrie Irving, Cavs are going to go back down the drain, because nobody wants to play in Cleveland. Let's just be honest. But it's good for the NBA. Game winners like Dion Waiters had against the Golden State Warriors, that's good for the NBA. That brings weeks, if not months, of conversation. The trades to the Western Conference, that's great, because now everybody thinks that the Western Conference stands a chance, but they don't. Paul George being traded to the Western Conference, to OKC, great for the NBA. Jimmy Butler going to Minnesota, a small market town for basketball, and just in general, great for the NBA. The same with OKC, these small market towns. Golden State, although they're in Oakland, but they're trying to move to San Francisco. I think the San Francisco move was already approved, and they're kind of, I don't know how really to feel about that. That's Oakland, and Oakland's not really, it's a good market, but it's not the biggest market in the world. Especially, you have Oakland, you got very close to Alameda, and a lot of other things. And it's not the biggest market in the world, but it's like a medium to small market. So the fact that they're doing good, Cleveland doing good in a small market, that's great. All these small market teams are actually good for the NBA. And although a lot of us would like to see our favorite teams winning year after year, and we get blindsided by it when our favorite teams are winning, and we're like, oh, this is perfect for the NBA. The Heat are on top. Why would you not want Miami on top? And you got to think to yourself, okay, wait. A lot of people say it's bad, and then really, it's good. Now, would I want the Heat on top every year? Yeah, because it's a big market. It's my favorite team. Miami, just put them just like that. But it's better for the NBA that these small market teams are hitting the rise. It's more money for them, more money for the owners, players. You see the contracts players are getting right now in the NBA. They're ridiculous. This year was a little less than last year. Last year was kind of crazy. But this year was a little bit less. But still, brings up the fact that it is good. It might not be good for some minor viewers who don't want to watch everything, but it's good for the NBA. And ultimately, we all have to think to ourselves that will still be good for the NBA. It'll lay down the foundation for years to come, because we all talk about how it's the Golden State Warriors and Cleveland Cavaliers every year. Well, for a good time there, it was Spurs Lakers. Lakers Celtics. Lakers Celtics. Lakers Celtics. Lakers Celtics. I mean, what? The Celtics have 17 championships and the Lakers have 16? I'm probably really off here, all right? But give or take, I think I'm around there. That's a pretty good amount. Then you had Philly a little bit. Then you have Milwaukee a little bit in there. Mavs got a little bit. You know, they got a little foot in the door. The Heat got a little foot in the door. But primarily it's been basically, Golden State got a little bit foot in the door there too before the Golden State juggernauts is what I'm going to call them now. But, you know, primarily Celtics Lakers for a long time there. And then the Spurs butted themselves into the conversation. But yeah, the NBA has always been like this. And I believe there was a comment, I think it was from Colin Cowherd's show. I think it was Doug Gottlieb, I don't know how to fucking say his name. But I think he made a statement, or it might have been Nick Wright or Chris Carter. Either way, it was on the Colin Cowherd show, The Herd, and I remember him saying, I think it was the 1980s. Let's look this up. Just so we can, oh, what the fuck did I just do? Just so we can, you know, have a perspective here. Let's look up 1980s NBA champions. So, wow, it doesn't even show. List of NBA champions. Thank you. Okay, so in 1980, we had Houston, LA, Houston, LA, Portland, Los Angeles, Portland, Phoenix, Houston, Seattle, Utah. This is the championships? Yeah. Utah, San Antonio. So, or sorry, excuse me. Whoa, what am I saying? Okay, my bad. It went LA, Boston, LA, Philly, Boston, LA, Detroit, Chicago, Houston, Chicago, Spurs, Lakers, Spurs, Pistons, Spurs, Heat, Spurs, Celtics, Lakers, Mavericks, Heat, Spurs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors. I forget. It was some point in time where there was just, it went back and forth. But either way, like, majority of the teams I say there are Lakers. Let's be real here, right? Like, just put this into context. Lakers, Royals, Lakers, Nationals, Warriors, Celtics, Hawks, Celtics, Sixers, Celtics, Knicks, Bucks, Lakers, Knicks, Celtics, Warriors, Celtics, Blazers, Bullets, Supersonics, Lakers, Celtics, Sixers, Celtics, Lakers, Detroit, Bulls, Houston, Bulls, San Antonio, Lakers, Spurs, Detroit, Spurs, Heat, Spurs, Celtics, Los Angeles, Mavericks, Heat, Spurs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors. So basically, Heat, Celtics, Sixers, Lakers, Bucks, Knicks, Bulls, Spurs. That's about it. Like, that's what makes up the champions in the NBA, basically. I don't know. Take your opinion on that. I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know down below. Make sure you guys just subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below any opinions you have, any questions you might have for me if you want me to make a video on anything. Just put that out there. Take it into consideration, of course. If it's a great idea, I'll be sure to, put the comment up there and, thank you for giving me the idea. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I hope you guys like this video. And as always, peace!